Hello, I'm Nelly, and this is my leader observation. So the leader that I've chosen is Jasmine. This is her. Jasmine is one of my managers who I've known for about a year. At first, I did just start like as a regular manager and worker. But as I started like working with her and under her and everything, she is now one of my most trusted friends and everything. Love her, love working with her, love spending time with her. But yeah. So one of the leadership concepts that I've chosen is behavioral approach. Basically, you have task behaviors and then you have relationship behaviors. Task behaviors are more like the way I think of it is how can a leader make the job easier for the worker to accomplish the common goal that we all have. And then for relationship behaviors, how I like to best put it is, excuse me, is a leader helping the follower feel more comfortable with themselves, with other people in the situations, and just building the self confidence that they have in themselves. Just because you are better at one than the other doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, like you're bad at doing this, you should focus more on that. It just simply means, like, you know what, that's what you're most comfortable with, I would say. But it doesn't mean that you're bad at both. It just means like you are more comfortable and more in tune with it, I would say. But usually it's a good blend of both of it, of both of the behaviors. Okay, so then for my second one is authentic leadership. There isn't a specific definition to this, but there are perspectives to it. So one perspective would be interpersonal. Is just simply how well a leader knows themselves, how well they can manage their emotions, how well they can manage the situations and things like that. Another perspective would be interpersonal, which is basically how do leaders impact followers and how do the followers impact the leader, and based off this interaction, how authentic is further interactions going to be, and how authentic do they both bounce off each other, if that makes sense. Another perspective would be that the authentic leadership can always be made and nurtured. So it's not a trait that like you're born with. It's more like, it's something you're basically building up from scratch, if that makes sense. You don't necessarily need to have this trait because you can always build it. It's, like I said, it's not something you automatically have. It's something that it takes time, it takes care, and things like that. And finally, the authentic leadership is composed of four various behaviors: self awareness, internalized moral perspective, balanced processing, and relational transparency. So for Jasmine in action, which is basically like how they both tie to her and how she ties to them, I guess. For she fits the behavioral approach because she balances both task and relational approaches well. She is a little more behavioral approached than task approach. That doesn't mean she's bad at her job, but when I do see her work and everything, she is a lot more connected with coworkers and just basically like, hey, like how are you doing? Like, what's up? And things like that. Basically just making them seem heard, making them feel seen, things like that. But she is still very good at her job. And yeah, and then Jasmine fits being an authentic leader based on the fact that she knows who she is, she knows how she works, she knows her limits, and she knows how far she can push herself, if that makes any sense. She knows how to handle her emotions, how to handle the situations. She's ready to learn from different situations, whether she was in the right or she was in the wrong. I know she's always looking for ways to improve. She treats her coworkers in a genuine state and not putting on a facade. And vice versa. I know coworkers feel very comfortable and are very happy whenever she's the MOD on duty. So yeah, these are my observations. I could see why people love working with her. Like, I love working with her. She cares about the job but also puts the workers first. Jasmine has a trait that people feel heard and cared for. Like I said, she has a sense of who she is and is confident in that. She's ready to take responsibility and accountability for what she does. Trait wise, she resembles Stockdale's traits, because she is a manager and she knows the overview of what she has done and how to do it, but because she does not practice it every day, it could use some work. Going back to Stockdale's traits, um, it's basically like, because the rest of them are more like, oh, like they, I don't want to say masculine, but it is somewhat masculine. But Stockdale is more like, sorry, that's my phone. It's more like, oh, she's very smart, she's very in tune, she's very with herself. Um, if I were to place her on the Blake and Mountains leadership grade, I would put her at 7-8, because she is big. She is approached by people and everything like that, but it is not bigger than her tasks, meaning that she does get her job done. My analysis, when choosing these concepts, I personally thought that they were easy to explain. I have various leaders in my life, but she is the easiest to talk about. She's a manager because of these concepts. She does not let the position get to her head because she shows a lot of relationship behavior. She does show a lot of relationship behavior, but she gets the work done. It helps her connect with people. However, because of the connection, some people might feel like she is also a pushover. So I feel like that's one of the things that she could improve. She could be more authoritative. Um, she likes to, instead of putting them down or punishment wise, she likes to praise them and things like that. In conclusion, some leadership lessons that I've learned from her would be getting to know myself and understanding myself before anyone else, to be confident in who I am and all that I do. Having a connection with coworkers and them feeling like they can trust you does not mean that they will not listen to you. It just means that they will more likely enjoy working with you. She does not hide from situations and faces them head on. Um, her controlling how to express myself, because she has gotten on to me on, oh, you can say this better, things like that. I love working with her. I learned a lot. And then these are my references.